What is going on, everybody? Atlas here, and today we are going to be showing you the best way to beat the first stronghold, which is the Swarm Tyrant. As you can see here, it has that much health, and we're only doing about, I say, 2,000 damage. Now, if you're anything like me and my friends, we decided to jump straight into it, try to beat this boss thinking we were strong enough. In reality, we are not. So what ended up happening was that throughout the game, we decided to continue trying, and we kept failing, and it completely sucked. We kept reloading, and it was ridiculous. It took about a good 3 to 4 hours to do with persistency, and at some point I got bored and I decided to find a little cheese spot. Now, this is not an exploit, this is not a glitch, it's more than likely intended to be in the game, considering that this is how the map is shaped. But first things first, if you go in and you have, like we do, 1 ranger, which is I, 2 Stormbringers, and a interceptor, your best bet is to stay off the ground, strictly for the fact that little spider things on the floor do one shot. They will instantly down you if they get the chance, so be aware of that. But you cannot float forever, so do it strategically. Now, the Swarm Tyrant, as you can see here, the first thing it does is, once it comes down from the little circle that the little cave that it sits in, it jumps down and it does impact damage when it falls, and it instantly downs you. There's no way out of it, as you saw here. If you are running the Ranger build, ensure that you are using the Devastator Sniper Rifle. It does a max of 6,000 damage. I've done it multiple times already. 6,000 damage when you shoot the sacks. So once you start doing that, you're good to go. You also want to use the support gear muster point, mainly because when you use it and you have no ammo, or your friends are low on ammo, you can actually use it and it gives you a bit of ammo. Not a lot, but just enough to continue fighting. It does have a 1 second cooldown, so be wary. Now, when you start doing this little trick that I'm about to show you soon, you are going to have to use this. So please keep muster point on, because if you don't, you're going to run out of ammo and you're going to only be stuck with your abilities and your ultimates, and your abilities and ultimates are not going to be enough. You want to do as much damage as possible, so ensure that you're using that. Another thing is, for your R1, you want to use the Spark Beam. The reason I use the Spark Beam is because consistent damage, and I can use it for a maximum of 10 seconds. Now with that, it does about 659 damage a round, so it does kind of help out, you know, shaving off those extra points. It's also very good for when you're going against enemies who have shields. It wipes shields instantly. Now this is me finding that spot I was telling you about. This is the spot that I found. If you fly up, there are ledges all over this map where that creature cannot touch you. It can shoot its webs and you can dodge it, but it will not touch you. Now remember, the webs are tracking, so you do want to move just a little. Never stand in one place altogether unless you all want to go down at the same time like we did. But as you can see here, that the Devastator Sniper is actually doing 2,000 damage already. Once the sacks pop, you do, I think if I'm correct, another 2,000 more damage, because it's a much weaker than it originally was. I just remember why we didn't use this spot anymore. At some point, he's going to back up, and he's actually going to hit me with the webs, and it's going to cause me to die. And that's where he backs up, and I didn't realize what he was doing. But once he does that animation, that's how you know he's shooting webs, and he's facing me now. So never allow him to do that. Once he does that, you're pretty much down. There's no way out of it, alright? So with that being said, we're going to get to the part where we find the other spot. There's multiple spots across this cave. You're actually going to get the Swarm Tyrant to go up a wall and go into a cave. You do not have to touch the ground for that. Do not go to the ground. You do not have to. It automatically comes back down. And that's the spot right there. As you can see, I was just looking at him. It's very, very faint. But he's sitting inside of a cave that creature cannot even go into. But the only problem is, once he goes under the rocks, you cannot shoot him anymore. Or at least you can't shoot him directly. You have to shoot at an angle. So right here, as you see, this is the perfect example of what happens when you pop the sack. You do much more damage than you were originally doing in the beginning. You can fall off the cliff, but whatever you do, cliff. You can float, you can fall off the cliff, you can do the damage from the side, you can hang above them, but whatever you do, do not touch the ground. Our interceptor was on the ground just now, only because he could do the damage. 2 people just went down, but that's okay. As long as you are on the edge of this cliff, you will be able to bring back other people. Sometimes what we really just got so frustrated with is the fact that we couldn't do it sometimes, and it was very aggravating. So what ended up happening is we had to pretty much purposely die so that we can get back to the point we were at. Right now we've done probably about a good, I don't know, 100,000 damage to this guy so far. He does that once he gets too much damage, and he starts climbing this wall as I was saying before, and he's going to go into a little circle. Once he does that, do not touch the ground. There's no need. Just let him come back down in the zone, repeat the process, stay on the cliff, start doing the most damage. Also, you do not want to disconnect. Guys, if you experience a lag, it's okay. Do not close app. All you have to, actually yes, close app. Do not end expedition. All you have to do is close app, rejoin the game, and you can rejoin session. This is a very unique factor, and I love it so much because it doesn't allow you to have to lose all that progress. You can start right from the jump, as long as most of your teammates are in the game. So if you do lag out, do not worry. Just close app, go back in, press X, join, you're good to go, repeat the process. And you're more likely to come back with maximum ammo too. So that's really a better factor for you. So as you can see, I just did 6,000 damage with that sniper rifle. Mind you, I did have that 25% damage boost from mustard point, which is another factor that comes with it. So it's really good for damaging out. And it goes for all weapons that are touched by that shield. At this point in the game, once you first beat him, what ends up happening is you actually get this chest on the floor. All the ads start disappearing, so don't worry. You can just jump straight right back down. You'll be fine to go. And there's a chest. We didn't get any rare. We didn't get any masterwork. We didn't get a legendary. You don't get that until later in the game. We're taking it pretty slow pace right now because we're all doing it at the same time. But with that being said, yes guys, that is the video on how to beat the first tyrant if you are low level. So for all those low levels out there who want to show that they did it, this is how you do it. This is the best way to do it, especially if you just jump straight into it without knowing what you're getting into. So with that being said, find a good squad. Don't play with randoms. I don't mean to say it like that, but definitely play with people that you know will get the job done. And use your strongest weapon. I don't think there's really any point showing you that we beat them, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to be showing you. At this point, I'm just going to be throwing in music, and you can finish off the rest. Take whatever you like from this video. But as I was saying before, guys, this is how we beat the first stronghold. It is a cheese spot. It's ridiculous how strong it is. Considering this creature can actually walk on the walls, it would have been easier for that creature to walk up on that wall and destroy us. But instead, it was stuck under the cliffs. We were just putting in all our damage into it as much as we can. It was ridiculous. As long as you guys have teamwork, you're pretty much good to go. So with that being said, guys, I thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe at the end if you really enjoyed this. If you found anything useful from this, let me know down in the comments below. I will be reading comments all day, every day. I'll be posting another video tomorrow on the best Ranger build because he's just so underrated. With that being said, guys, Atlas out.